switch, putting the K in magic. I'm Joanna DeVoe, and you are watching a video on acceptance. Accepting where you are in the world. And I really just wanted to talk about this briefly today in video because I wanted to find a way to bridge the two shows, the one that I just did and the one that I'm about to do on Hippie Witch about fate and destiny. The last show I did is called Fate as a Container for Your Soul's Destiny. And then the next show that I'm doing on Tuesday at noon is going to be about moving beyond the limits of your fate. And the way that I described fate, keep in mind I'm heavily borrowing from the work of Robert Ohado. He is who inspired this idea in me. This is the biggest aha moment that I had in 2014, and that is fate is, it can come to you in a number of different ways, and you can listen to the last show I did on Hippie Witch, which I will link to down below if you want to get deeper into it. But there's mortal fate and self-fate. Self-fate is often made of bad decisions, but it is fate that you create for yourself in the actions you take and the decisions that you make. It's not always a bad thing. It can be a good thing, like getting married or having a baby. It can be a bad decision you made that ends up costing you. Mortal fate is about being born with maybe a birth defect or into a particular family or into a certain situation. It can involve the loss of a loved one. They're often things that we cannot change about. Sometimes you can, but often they're things you can't change. Whereas destiny is different than fate. Destiny is what you do with your fate. So as I said on Hippie Witch, fate is the hand you've been dealt, and destiny is how you play that hand. And I just didn't want to give anyone the idea that I'm saying you have your limits and you can't move beyond them. But I think that before you can move beyond your limits, before you can start creating your destiny, you have to be able to accept where you are. You have to be able to accept the hand that you've been dealt, and even get into a place of gratitude for what you've been dealt before you can really start playing around, playing with that hand, and maybe even moving beyond your limits. So first you're working within your limits, and you're working with what you've got, which is a great place to begin. And then maybe through creativity, maybe through magic, maybe through working with the law of attraction, you start to find ways to move beyond your limitations. And that's when things can get really exciting. So that's what I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday. I also just wanted to take a moment to thank you all for commenting on the video I did about possibly turning off the comments here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your ideas and for the general consensus, which was that I should not shut the comments off, but that I should refrain from answering all of the comments and thanking everybody for commenting. So I'm going to do what you guys asked for. I will leave the comments up, but I have to say I'm rarely going to comment back. If you want to talk to me, you can email me. Facebook, the Joanna DeVoe Facebook, which is my fan page. You can always get a hold of me there. I'm pretty active over there. But YouTube, I'm done with. I'm not going to be like having conversations here on YouTube. I will occasionally answer specific questions, or if I'm just messing around in my free time, I might go back and answer a bunch of comments just to amuse myself. But when it comes to work and getting things done, this is still a one-woman operation, and I'm going to try to keep it that way as long as possible to save money and because I'm a control freak. So that is one decision that I have made. Thank you so much for helping me make it, and thank you for the nice comments that you have left me. You are the coolest people ever. I love getting to know you all here on the internet. Some of you have come to be very dear and special to me, and I feel very honored and very blessed to have you in my life. So thank you, And here's to creating the kick-ass life of our dreams in 2014, however you choose to go about that. I wish you much love and many blessings. Peace.